Prabhu, you're talking on mute, Prabhu. Ramacharya Prabhu, you're talking on mute.
I'll just unmute Prabhu. I just working on recording the class
Okay.
live. So let me. Okay, now you can see the screen, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लभयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हरे। नाम संकीर्तन की जय, कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, नंद कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, बल भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, नित्य गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल। So Prabhu and Mataji, we have finished two lessons. Last week we finished Guru Tattva and Parampara, and today we are going to get into lesson 3 that talks about Srila Prabhupada being the founder Acharya for ISKCON. So in this chapter, we'll see these three things. ISKCON founder Acharyas, functions and definitions. What is founder Acharya? So like Prabhupada is founder Acharya, right? Most of us know. And then we'll also see few reference that will help us understand that Prabhupada was empowered representative of Prabhu. And then today, I think there is not much for me to do, but there is more for you all. You'll have to exercise, and maybe get into the group. There'll be some schematic that you'll have to draw today. So we'll talk about that once we get there. But I'm hoping that everybody has their handbook handy. You need to keep that open and please follow that as we go along so that you can refer to it. So that's what is expected today. So founder Acharya, most of the time we say, ISKCON founder Acharya, he's divine grace Prabhupada ki jai. So founder is the one who found, right? So you'll see some definition. Found also means to give a basis or to provide firm support to. So Prabhupada, as founder Acharya, he has given most of the teaching, and founder Acharya to found also means to ground in, which means from where we withdraw the instruction or any teaching that we follow, we withdraw, we take it from there. So Prabhupada is basis. He provides the firm support, and we get the teaching or instructions from his writings and his letters and his conversation, everything that he did. Founder Acharya or found or being the founder means to set up or establish for the first time, such as any organization, a company, or institute with provision for its perpetual existence, with the tools and guidelines so that the institute or the organization will continue following it. This is the Oxford English Dictionary definition. So, founder Acharya means Prabhupada has given us the basis, and he's firmly supporting, means his teaching is support for us. We, as a follower, are withdrawing the learning from his uh, teaching, and he is also person who established this institute first time and gives the purpose, mission, and vision of why and what ISKCON should be doing and why we exist. All of that is given by his divine guest, Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is founder Acharya. And the next very important term that we have to remember. Hare Krishna, suddenly I got disconnected. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, good. I don't know what happened. Suddenly the PC disconnected. So the word is Prabhupada Asraya. Can you say that wherever you are? Say Prabhupada Asraya.
Prabhupada Shri.
Yeah, Prabhupada Asraya. Asraya means shelter. Asraya means taking shelter. So as the founder Acharya, so we know the term founder Acharya. We saw the definition in previous slide. As the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which is known as ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada is the preeminent teacher and ultimate authority within our society. So that is something that we have to be very, very aware when we take initiation in Brahmada Gaurya Sampradaya, and when we are preaching, then our preaching should not be different or contradictory or against teaching that Prabhupada has given. So there are few terms here that we have to meditate upon. So he is founder Acharya. That's one term. Founder Acharya, make a note of that. And then second important point is his preeminent teacher. Prathmik Shiksha Guru. Preeminent, something from where things begin. So our spiritual understanding right now, anything that I talk, anything I'm sharing, you know, any class that I do, nothing is outside of Prabhupada's teaching. Most of the time, I try to find it. If I have to say something, I make sure that it's somewhere in Prabhupada's writing. So that's loyalty. We have to be, we have to be very, very loyal. So preeminent teacher means he is prathmik is the word. Normally, in Sanskrit or Hindi, you would say. So he is first teacher and ultimate authority. So founder Acharya, preeminent teacher, and ultimate authority. What does it mean? Means whatever Prabhupada has asked us to do, whatever he is expecting from us to do, that is the final, final, and final. And our perfection or our success is to abide with uh, that instruction. And then the fourth item, so founder Acharya, preeminent teacher, ultimate authority, and every individual has a very unique relationship with every ISKCON devotee. Or Srila Prabhupada has, or every ISKCON devotee has a very unique relationship with Srila Prabhupada. So there is this relationship with Prabhupada is very, very, very important. The term is using Prabhupada Ashraya. Guru, when we start, talking, we say, Oma Jnanati Mirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born into dark, dense environment, and you gave me torch of light through which I could see. So first, I would like to offer my obeisances to you because you are the one who taught me who is Bhagwan, who is Krishna, right? So one thing is extremely, extremely, extremely important. And if you are serious sadhaka, then it has a lot of weight for you. If you are not, if you are trying to concoct, do things in your own way, then it has not a lot of weight for you. But we are talking about Prabhupada Asraya, means taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Because without taking shelter of Guru, we cannot take the shelter of Bhagwan. Mam Bhaktya Puja Bhi Adhikar. Krishna says, Acharya Mam Abhijaniya. You saw the very first class. See me, Krishna says, as Acharya. I come as Acharya. So it's not about, we have to understand the intent. It's not about there are no other sampradaya. It's not about that I cannot learn the things that is presented by other acharya. It's not like that I don't know about that acharya. Nothing like that. Being born in India and always seeking a spiritual truth, I have gone through so many versions of so many things. But Prabhupada Asraya means having that intent, desire to please Srila Prabhupada. And that is why this course was designed, because ISKCON Disciple course started in 2015. Before it was seen that devotees are taking initiated, they are getting initiated, they are taking first initiation, they are taking second initiation, they are taking the leadership role, they are doing a lot of things, but they have not developed their relationship with Prabhupada. They don't really care much about Prabhupada. They just think that Krishna is everything, we are doing Krishna's bhakti, but it will take nowhere. It's not going to get anywhere. You are follower of Brahmada Gauriya Sampradaya. You have taken shelter in Brahmada Gauriya Sampradaya. Then you have the perfection of your life is that you very perfectly follow the teaching that is given by Brahmada Gauriya Sampradaya. I'm not saying that you cannot go to other Sampradaya. I'm not saying that other Sampradaya would not give you higher goal. No, it's not like that. If somebody is saying that, then they don't understand the value of other sampradaya. It's not like that. The thing is that before you take initiative, make sure that that's what you are going to have your commitment, that you are taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada. And taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada means we are going to consider Prabhupada as our preeminent Purva Shiksha Guru, Pratham Shiksha Guru, first, spiritual master who gave us the knowledge. This is the relationship, ultimate authority. Whatever Prabhupada has written, whatever Prabhupada is saying, whatever he asks us his follower to do, we have to, follow that, and develop a very unique type of relationship. And that unique type of relationship is basically, consider Srila Prabhupada as your grandfather, consider Srila Prabhupada everything for your life. Depend on him, his mercy, his blessing. Pure devotee. Pure devotee. Uttama Uttam Bhakta. Powerful person. There are so many powerful personalities. We are not saying that's but your commitment to Prabhupada is extremely important. We are seeing people that they they promote their spiritual master without thinking about Prabhupada. They create groupism without thinking about Prabhupada. They are my spiritual master, this is spiritual master. All of that has happened in the society. So many, segmentations has happened in the society. That why, that's why this team decided to give, to have this course, so that the people who are getting initiated, they know that they are going to have a strong ties, a strong relationship with Srila Prabhupada. Okay. So is it clear? The term Prabhupada Acharya. So as we are taking shelter of our spiritual master, please know that our immediate spiritual master has also taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj has taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada, is who I take the shelter from. And one of the reason that I always like, serving Srila Prabhupada, because I have no opportunity to serve my spiritual master. I serve Srila Prabhupada. His deity, dressing, clothing, washing, so you find, develop a unique relationship, some degree of relationship, some degree of commitment, loyalty, chastity, you know, towards Prabhupada. And that way you will get his mercy, and he will empower you to understand the teaching. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Beej. The seed of bhakti you cannot snitch, you cannot force. Maybe you can get first class degree by working very hard. You do all the homework and all of that, you get very high score. But seed of bhakti is always mercy. Nobody can say that, I can become great devotee by myself. Nobody. Always, seeking the mercy. So it's very important term, Prabhupada Ashraya, taking shelter of His Divine Grace, Prabhupada. Prabhupada is founder Acharya. So these two terms is what we have to understand. And by default, all of you, your spiritual master, Shiksha Guru Srila Prabhupada, preeminent Shiksha Guru. Teacher here is referring to Shiksha Guru. So all of us have our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. So we cannot basically underestimate Prabhupada position. So it's very important to be loyal to Srila Prabhupada. So why is ISKCON follower maintain such exclusive loyalty to following Srila Prabhupada? This will be your exercise. So once I go through the presentation, there are 3 exercises. We'll do one by one. So we have to be loyal to Srila Prabhupada, and you all have to write in your notebook that why we have to maintain an exclusive loyalty to the instructions of His Divine Grace Prabhupada. Think about it, and you'll have to write few, sentences, and then you'll have to share why we have to do that. Then the second exercise that you have to do is that draw an image showing how Srila Prabhupada is authorized representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the modern age. So, Amar Agya Hoy verse is there, and Senapati verse is there. There are so many, reference. You would see that when Prabhupada was on the boat, Jalduta, coming to US, he got heart attack. Then there is a schematic, there is a picture that says that Krishna, is basically taking shelter. Krishna is basically, uh, putting his hand on the head of Prabhupada. So there are so many references, his teaching, purity of his teaching, the way he taught, the boldness that he showed, the fearlessness that he had, you know, the time that he took to establish Krishna consciousness so quickly, the way he convinced the people who had no idea about Krishna. They did not know anything about the meat eater, became vegetarian, and they all became the Swami and sannyasi. So Prabhupada did something that was unparalleled. Simple, ordinary person cannot do that. On the strength of sadhana bhakti, one cannot get that unless and until one is empowered. Empowered person, we say Shakti Avesh avatar. A person, Avesh means the one who has who has been given the, the force, the strength, Shakti. Shakti Avesh, the one who is empowered with the strength. So there are many, way you can exhibit that how Srila Prabhupada is empowered Acharya for the modern age. So this is something that you have to do as an exercise, and we'll come to that. So let's see what Prabhupada wrote to Bhagwan, who became Swami, I believe, at some point on January 10, 1970. So can somebody read it, and please read it slowly so that we can follow the line.
I also thank you very much for your appreciation of my books and letters and for my speaking in the meetings. They are not my words, as I have repeatedly informed you that I am simply the bearer of the message from Lord Chaitanya through the disciplinic succession, and I do not make any addition or subtraction. Similarly, if you all carry these words successfully, then the transcendental parampara system will be exactly maintained and people in general will be benefited.
Did you see this message? This is very strong message, extremely a strong message, extremely a strong message. Prabhupada is saying that first part of the paragraph, the letter says that the words that you are seeing in the purport of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, or other booklets that I have written, those are not my words, he says. Those are the message that is coming from Lord Chaitanya and the disciplic succession. So how to know Prabhupada is a empowered Acharya of Mahaprabhu? Here, I simply carry the message of Lord Chaitanya or disciplic succession that is given to me. It's not my word, and I do not make any addition or subtraction. No addition, no subtraction. This is, I don't know, I should get into this or not, but it's aparad. We try to be smart than our acharya, aparad. Big aparad, very, very big aparad. You know, how much Bhaktivinoda Thakur has very nicely explained it. How much we should talk, how much we know, as much as our acharyas have revealed us. So each acharya has lila spruti. The term lila spruti means foresightness of the past times of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they are not ordinary person. Okay, they can see the pastime of Supreme Lord. And you and I, as a follower, is very, very important. That's what in this letter is given here. Prabhupada himself is saying that I haven't added anything. I'm not subtracting anything. What I am presenting is the message that was given by Mahaprabhu, and that continued through the disciple succession. Somebody will say, oh, you know how many I have done? I have built this, I have built that, I have built that, I have built that, I have built that, I have built that. All the credit is, it's all mine. Prabhupada said, no, 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 no. That's Prabhupada. difference between ordinary person and Prabhupada. Prabhupada is not my word. It's coming from Mahaprabhu and disciple successor by Bhakti Sanat Swami Maharaj. You know, Gaur Kishodas Swami Maharaj is saying, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Jagannath Swami Maharaj, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, like that, Rupa Goswami, like that. So it's not something that I have uh, added or subtracted, but a very important lesson for us. Similarly, if you all carry these words successively, then the transcendental parampara system will be exactly maintained and people in general will be benefited. These are the things, this is very first class that we do. But this is the mood that you have to carry throughout your life. Your teaching has no value if it's not aligned with the teaching of parampara system. There is beautiful discussion in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you are not studying Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Mahaprabhu is teaching to one of the associate. And he gives that a person who is not loyal to the teaching, they are like prostitute. The word has no meaning, the character is not meaningful, and the outcome is not meaningful. So as long as you are aligned with the teaching, you are just repeating. Our perfection is that we are a good parrot. You just repeat what Krishna said, Dharmantu Sakshat Bhagavata Parnita, what Krishna said, what Adracharya is saying, what Mahaprabhu said, what his followers are saying, what Prabhupada said, we just repeat. And what happens with that? What happens with that? Changes heart. The seed that you give in somebody's heart, that type of tree and plant that going to be. If you put the mango tree, it's going to be mango. If you put apple, it's going to be apple. If you put orange tree, it's going to be orange. So what type of seed you transplant in the heart of a person, that type of devotee that person is going to be. If that person is very serious, then he will find out, chalk it out. What is the path to be followed? So it's very, very important. Very, very important. Prabhupada said that, boil the milk. Prabhupada said, oh, so many already, they are already devotee. So many. Let boil them, let make them bona fide devotee. Help them. Bhakti Sastri come, Bhakti Vaibhav come, disciple course come. All of these courses that you are seeing right now, seniors are teaching to the forthcoming devotee. Why? Because boiling the milk. Let's talk about it. If we don't talk it about, it will be too late. People will, just think that they are doing bhakti, and they are not doing bhakti. They are doing something else. So this slide is very simple, but it has a lot of message. It has the mood that we as a follower has to cultivate throughout our practice of Krishna consciousness. How to know that Srila Prabhupada is a bona fide, empowered person sent by Mahaprabhu? See here, this is the verse. The verse is cited in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is Senapati, military commander, Lochan Das. It's referred in Chaitanya Mangala. It says, Yadapi papi chari dharma dure deshe ya more Senapati bhakta aibe tathaya. It says, Yadi papi chari dharma dure deshe. So we have now segregated this dharma, that dharma, that dharma, that dharma, that dharma. So many dharmas are there. And everybody thinks that they are bona fide, they are bona fide. What Mahaprabhu is saying, that yadi papi chari dharma dura desi. There are people who are already residing in the foreign country, dura desi means in the foreign land, or people who are from India, they will leave India, Indian value system and go and live into dura desha. Doesn't matter. Either they are resident of Durdesa, or they have abandoned their desa and started, living in some other desa. Aya mora senapati bhakta aive tathaya. There will be my senapati bhakta who will come and he will go to their place and give them the time, give them the subject of Krishna consciousness, give them the teaching of Krishna consciousness. So at due course of time, that will happen. Prabhupada said, Mahaprabhu, said that will happen. And that's what we saw with Prabhupada. Prabhupada was the person who came to Durdeshe and gave that teaching to those personalities who have no background. And people like us also are becoming Krishna consciousness in Durdeshe. Whatever we had, desire, aspirations we had, we came. Now we are remembering our holy land, holy place, our roots. So that was already predicted by Mahaprabhu, which is captured by Lochan Das, who is a spiritual master of Narottam Das Thakur. He says that and Prabhupada is called as Senapati Bhakta. Prabhupada is known as Senapati Bhakta. In ISKCON, Prabhupada is known as Senapati Bhakta, because he fulfilled this particular statement. Okay, so these are some of the verses that we have. These are some of the slides that we went through to substantiate the discussion that we are going to do. So this is another exercise that we have to do. What can be done, you as a devotee? We have to brainstorm. What can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains as ISKCON founder Acharya and preeminent teacher, preeminent Shiksha Guru? What you would like to see? What you would like to do? What things you will do in your life to ensure that Srila Prabhupada is preeminent Shiksha Guru? Okay, so what I would like to do is that for this exercise, you all can discuss why ISKCON follower maintain such exclusive loyalty to follow Srila Prabhupada or to the teaching of Srila Prabhupada. That exercise, why as a follower we have to maintain loyalty to Srila Prabhupada, that we all can discuss. And here in the same room, you can make your points, say your points, and once you align, okay, this point is valid, then everybody will make note. So notes are being made by everybody. The points will come from all the participants, and then we are doing it. So what is time right now? It's 2:07. This has to go up to 3 o'clock. So let's take 7 or 8 minutes. 8 minutes. So maybe at 2:15, 2:07, 2:15, 2:16, we'll finish this exercise. So 7-8 minutes for all of us to go through this and start sharing what you think about it. What's the point you have to support that we have to be loyal to Srila Prabhupada? Let's do it. And this is a talking exercise, so please talk. Don't hesitate. Just talk to each other. Prabhu, I think this is how we should do all of that, so that I can also hear what you were saying.
Yeah. So Prabhu, I mean, what I have seen is that, Prabhupada has given us so many books, right? Has given so many purports and translations, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. He's given us such rich spiritual heritage, right? Giving us so much examples and delving into the details, which otherwise, would be very difficult to really study all the Vedas, scriptures, Upanishads, and everything. And not only that, yeah, so that's one point, Prabhu.
But this is saying that more specifically loyal to Srila Prabhupada. So there are other personality also who have done a lot. Should we be loyal to them, or why should we be loyal to Srila Prabhupada and his teaching? That's the question that we have to answer. So one of the answer would be that he's our preeminent Siksha Guru. That's one of the answer. We have to be loyal because the teaching that we are getting is getting from him. So likewise, think what are the things that connect disciples to spiritual master, and why disciples should be loyal to a spiritual master.
He is the founder of ISKCON organization, Prabhu. So without him, we would have not had all these parampara, whatever we are following now.
Yes, everybody please, align on the points, and if you align, then make a note. And then at the end, you can just go through the list. So Prabhu, Arun Prabhu said something, Pradana Prabhu said something. You just keep on making notes and discuss within yourself. I'm out of it. I'm just hearing, and then make a note, and then we can, at the end, we can talk. Somebody can summarize what are the points we wrote.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Mataji. You're very audible. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes. So what I think that we should be very much loyal to, yes, our Diksha Guru, Siksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada. It means we have to properly, consistently follow his instructions very strictly. We should follow his instructions so that we cannot add or subtract anything into or from the original instructions which have been came from himself, so that discrimination should have not been happened at any cost. So that purpose, that is how we should be loyal to him, that we should keep his instructions as it is, and we just have to um, repeat or follow, and we have to propagate such instructions only through generation to generation, like that, to different people, so that all the people will get the same constant foundation, and all of them will get benefited from that process. So that's what my point.
I would say it's a Srila Prabhupada. The loyalty is one of the key requirements because it helps us to connect the past for the continuity of the transcendental parampara. At the same time, looking into the future where it will result in serving the mankind at large with humility, compassion, kindness for the mankind. One more point would be, primarily what he helped us is to adjust the Shastric instruction in accordance with the time, place, and circumstances That's one of the key aspects why we should continue our loyalty as well with Srila Prabhupada.
Maybe next one.
I would say the loyalty is also required because he made us in the Kali Yuga. He was one of the Acaryas who helped us with Krishna consciousness. So we need to carry that legacy from the present to the future.
Other point is like, so Prabhupada, like kind of introduced the Bhakti Yoga to all of us and, thereby helping transforming our lives. So, that's kind of, we develop a sense of, a deep sense of gratitude towards Prabhupada.
One more point that came into my mind is that he gave us that Krishna Prema. Prabhupada gave us how to love. He gave us that perfect, the very strong and very successful methodology, how to connect with Lord Sri Krishna and how to develop that real Krishna Prema. That Prema is very important. Even if you know the scriptures, you know books, you know shastras, you have education, whatever, but if you do not have that Prema, if you do not have that connection, that connectivity with that Supreme, that only, not only, many other acharyas also, but this methodology that he actually empowered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he took it very seriously and propagate everywhere. So that Krishna Prema, for that purpose, we should be very, very loyal to Srila Prabhupada.
And one more thing.
17. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhu. One more thing is like we also chant the pranam mantras of Prabhupada, right? Before, offering salutations to Prabhupada every time before lecture and everything. So,
Do you have something, Somya Mataji, did you say? Did you add something?
No, Prabhu. I'm going to add. I think Srila Prabhupada said, told us, or made us understand that bhakti is like very simple. We don't have to like follow complex process of worshipping or anything. Just by like following him, we can do bhakti and go back to Godhead.
So I'll just give you a few more points. Okay, I'll explain you, and then you can write if you like. So I was hearing all the discussion.
Many points were. Can you hear me?
Yes, Roger.
So many of those points were pretty good, and many I felt that need some explanation. So You know from where this word disciple comes? Anybody knows? Shishya. No, who is Shishya? Do you know? What is the meaning of the Shishya? Literal meaning of the Shishya. Anybody knows? Who is Shishya? What is Shishya? Like disciples. What is the meaning of disciple?
To whom you preach the spiritual knowledge.
To whom you preach or to whom you... Shishya means literally means follower.
Learn.
No? Shishya literally means the one who follows. Okay. Did you hear? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhupada.
So Shishya literally means the one who follows. And this word Shishya in the Vedic tradition, either you are born as the princess or you are ordinary, human. They all had to go to Guru Ashram and then they had to follow the teaching of the spiritual master. Right? So Shishya literally means the one who follows. So if you are taking the discipleship, that means by default, you are supposed to be following. So that is one of the important points. That taking Diksha means following. And ultimately, Prabhupada is founder Acharya. Prabhupada is preeminent Siksha Guru. So our loyalty to Prabhupada is as founder Acharya, as preeminent Siksha Guru, and as ultimate authority. So Shishya has to follow all these other positions that Prabhupada holds. Is it clear?
Yeah.
And then the strength of teaching that you do will come only when you are loyal to Prabhupada. That's what Prabhupada is saying here. In one of the verse, one of the slides that I was showing. That's what it says here. Here. So strength in order for our preaching to be stronger, we have to have loyalty to Prabhupada. And very simple question. If you are not loyal to Prabhupada, then are you connected with disciple successor? What is the answer?
No.
Yeah. Yes. So it's not like that, it's optional. There is somebody else who can do something like Prabhupada did, then I can be loyal to that person and I can, no. If you are not loyal to Prabhupada, then you are not even not, you might be, showcasing that you are following, but literally you are not. Because you're not connected to happy succession. What is the meaning of connection? Bondage, relationship, dependency. The high electric wire is running through your house, but if you are not connected, are you going to get power? You're not going to get power. You have to connect. So it's very important for our teaching to be stronger and to us, or for us to get connected with disciple succession, we be loyal. And then Acharya has, and one of you mentioned that, Acharya has power to adjust the teaching based upon time, place, and circumstances. So Prabhu said that. So yes, like 64 rounds versus 32 rounds versus 16 rounds. How many rounds you should chant? Prabhupada says 16 rounds. So how you are going to follow and have trust that 16 round will be, at least minimum is required unless and until you are following his instructions. So since Acharyas have adjusted the teaching, the faith in teaching means loyalty to Acharya. Okay. And then also, there are teaching that was also said by many of you. There are teaching that has different goal. not all teaching and not all Acharya is giving the same thing. Krishna says, Brahmameti, Pramameti, Bhagavaneti, Shabdate. In 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about division of faith. Faith has different division. So don't think that following any Acharya, you will go to the same. No. Whoever you put your faith in, they will take you to, that goal. Krishna says that the one who worship ghost and shaitan, they go to the planet of ghost and shaitan. The one who worship Pitri, they go to the places of Pitri. The one who worship demigod, they go to the places of demigods. The one who worship other personality, they go to their abode. The one who worship me, they come to me. So you have to decide who you are worshipping to. And that decision is exhibited based on the loyalty that you show. Okay? So these are some of the important points that help us understand that we have to be very loyal. You cannot be loyal to ISKCON if you are following and putting faith in somebody else. It's not going to work. The medicine is never going to work. You have to eat the prescription, the medicine that is given by your guru, by your doctor. It's very important, very, very important. And that is the intricate. Instead that somebody is very advanced devotee, what does it mean? Advancement in Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada said, means attitude. Attitude towards the process that one has to follow. So we have to show our attitude of loyalty towards Prabhupada. Are you all seeing the screen? Seeing the screen or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Please make the note of this point. We have to be loyal to Prabhupada because he's our ultimate authority. He's our founder Acharya. He's preeminent Shiksha Guru. Disciple means the one who follows the spiritual master. That's why we say Om Jnana Timirandhasya. Why we say Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale. Why we are saying all of these prayers to a spiritual master? Because a spiritual master will give me the strength, will give me the wisdom to talk. There are many things that when I look at myself, I'm not able to understand. But when I'm in the class, suddenly Prabhupada gives me, oh, this is this is this thing, this is this thing. So it's like that. There is, when you are connected to disciple succession, the knowledge is coming, the wisdom is coming from, them. So goal and process. Each process has different goal. So we are following the process, sadhana bhakti, and then bhava bhakti and prema bhakti. These are not the terms that you would hear in every teaching. Sambandha, avidya, pariyojana. These are not the terms you will hear in every teaching. There might be different terms, there might be different definition. So it's very, very important, extremely important as a follower to be loyal. Did you make some of these points as a note?
No.
Okay, so and this is very important. I know I'm learning, from this course that I need to do more courses like this for everyone to understand how we need to be loyal to Prabhupada. It's very, very important. And then we'll try to break into group and let's work on these two exercises, okay? The first one is you have to draw an image to indicate how Prabhupada is an authorized representative. So I think it's better to have two groups and then you can present your schematic to the group and explain it, what you are trying to exhibit. And then once you are done with that, then we have to also do this exercise. What can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON founder Acharya and preeminent Shiksha Guru? So Prabhupada established ISKCON. He learned from his spiritual master. He taught to his disciple. And we are grand disciples. We are disciples of Prabhupada disciples. And then after 15, 20 years, you all will be gone. Then who is going to be, what you want, that what type of example you will showcase, what you will do, so that when you and I are gone, still the teaching is there. It's not contaminated. It's not diluted. It's not mixed. The teaching is not diluted to the standard of mixed bhakti or karma yoga or jnana yoga. It's still talking about ananya bhakti, shuddha devotion. So one of the responsibility that we have is to preserve. We have to preserve this bhakti, the mood that is exhibited by Srila Prabhupada. We have to preserve it and give it to next generation. Many of the ISKCON followers or the devotees who were in the ISKCON at the time of Srila Prabhupada, they say that already ISKCON has deviated too much, because we have people coming from different background, and they are not studying Shastra, they are not showing loyalty, that exercise that we do. They do things from here and there, they go everywhere, everything is same. All, anywhere I do bhakti, it's all bhakti. This is not how Prabhupada thought. Prabhupada was very focused. Mataji was saying, Anjali Mataji was saying, I heard she was saying, he gave us the forces for Krishna Prema, Krishna, no, Prema Pumartho Mahan. Okay? So if you are not doing that, then what will happen after 2-3 generations? The milk will become water only. All the milk is gone. Glass will be filled up with water. Little bit water, little bit water, little bit water. Every time we discuss this, the milk, So that's why Prabhupada and other leaders are saying that boil the milk. Let's get the creamy devotee, who can hold this milk. Otherwise, what will happen? You and I are gone, all the serious devotees are gone, and then people will start doing whatever they want to do. So these two exercises, let me see what is time right now. It's already 2:30. So 10 minutes each. 2:50, we should get back. I'm going to create a group. Work on each of those two exercises. I'll put it in your chat box, this message, so that you can see. And 10 minutes each at 2:50, we'll meet here. I'm going to create a group. Let us assign automatically. No, I don't assign manually. Create two breakout rooms. And we want that to be for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, it will automatically. So 10 minutes each. There's something going on with my laptop. I had never things like that, but $20, 50 seconds before it will. Okay, now assign. So this time I can assign Sue Prabhu and Anjali Mataji in one room. And then Arun Prabhu, then all of three, Arun Prabhu, Rana Prabhu and Swamya Mataji, you go in one room. Okay, so I'm going to open the room and I'll post the message in the chat so you can see that. Thank you, Hare Krishna. We'll meet here back in 20 minutes. Have a lot of discussions. I can see and hear everything.
We can't hear you, Prabhu.
No, we are not able to hear Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, can you hear now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. So let's start. There were two questions that we had to go through. And let's do first what type of drawing you did. And then secondly, so 2 person from each team can talk about these two questions that we have. So one team has only 2 persons. Both of them will have to talk. And second team, 2 person can talk. Let's do it, Prabhu.
You
Okay,
want
I
us to? Okay, go ahead, Prabhuji.
no, Prabhu, you go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhu, you can give me the rights to share? No, my looks like my internet is unstable. It shows.
Yeah, I can give you I can make you host. You are host now.
Okay, good. So to share. Can see my screen. Okay. Prabhuji, everyone can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Draw an image how Srila Prabhupada is an authorized Acharya. So he was the one who had spread the Krishna consciousness across the world. That's the first factor we wrote. Second is he wrote multiple books. And third, he inherited the teachings or the preachings from his gurus, which is primarily the Adhikari platform. And the last one is the journey, which is also called as the Jaladuta journey, arrival in the foreign land. And then the other one, I'll share the screen, Mata, you can go through this.
Yes,
Right.
the second point is what can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru in future. So the first point is that we should be taken the initiation and be a serious disciple with strong faith and believe in Guru. And we have to follow instructions, follow. So we have to just repeat those instructions of the Guru without any addition or subtraction to instructions. And we should not deviate in our throughout life in any situation to this path which has been showed by our Guru. Stay in the mood of gratitude to Srila Prabhupada consistently, put our efforts consistently, and educate and nurture the current generation for continuity of this parampara, and preserve his all literatures, wonderful, beautiful literatures, which gives us all kind of knowledge to develop that prema for Krishna Bhagwan, and preach discourses, all kinds of discourses on regular times to reinforce its teachings to the world.
Yeah, these points were pretty good. Go back to the previous slide. So here, spread Krishna consciousness across the world. How would that justify that Prabhupada is a preeminent Acharya, authorized Acharya?
Because he's the founder
This
member
one,
yeah.
I can understand that Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj give him the instruction, saying that you should go to the Western world and preach. So if it's disconnected to Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj, then I can consider that. How writing multiple books make him authorized Acharya of?
Because he did not change anything, or he did not modify any of the scriptures. He did write
So
the Bhagavad
presented the
Gita in
truth as
English.
it is, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Spread Krishna consciousness across the world. Maximum bona fide Acharya. And what is this one here? I cannot see. The last one.
The last one is Prabhu, his
Arrival in
arrival.
foreign land.
Yeah,
Okay. So he preached to the Duradesi.
Dardesh, yes.
Okay. Okay. And Prabhupada is in the center. Okay. Thank you. Very good.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Nice. Please share that to so that other devotee, other group can copy that and keep that. So all this work you have to keep as a record. So once the class is over, Mataji can share, Prabhu you can share. They can copy yours and they will share now. Then you can keep their copy. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead. 2% can go from
Okay.
next group.
Yeah, let me share. And Prabhu, you want to talk? Padana Prabhu along with me?
I'll make you host. Hold on.
Go ahead, Prabhu.
Oh, I'm not able to share screen.
Yeah, so I'll make you host, Prabhu. Now you can do.
Okay. So, Prabhu, is my screen visible?
Yeah.
So, Prabhu, for the first question, in our group, we were discussing more of a symbolic representation of Krishna as the satellite, Sri Prabhupada as the central server, and devotees as the stations connected by beams of divine energy. So, 1 minute. So it's more of a conceptual, answer that we came up with. I think, it was a learning from Shub Prabhu. This is a very good way of thinking about it. But this is kind of a discussion that we had. And
Explain it, Prabhu. This sounds like far out. I need to understand what exactly we're trying to communicate. So the question is how to ensure that Prabhupada is a authorized Acharya, right? Bona fide Acharya. How you know? What are the symptoms you have to confirm Prabhupada is a bona fide Acharya? So how you understand that from here? What is this in the center? You can explain it, then I'll ask question.
yes, Prabhu. So basically, so Krishna is the source of everything, right, Prabhu? And then we have the disciplic succession. Of that, we have Sri Prabhupada, who receives all the divine knowledge from the disciplic succession, and then we are connected to Prabhupada's through Prabhupada's lectures, teachings, and books, right, Prabhu? And then we kind of get the divine energy through that. So the critical thing is like Prabhupada is part of the disciplic succession, and the knowledge is just passed along, and it's Prabhupada made sure that it is not lost, the divine knowledge, the Krishna's leelas and all everything, and he has given us all the what do you say, divine knowledge, and we connect to the Prabhupada's books, lectures, and his instructions. That's how we kind of make sure that we are not losing out on the divine knowledge. That's the kind of
Let's see the second slide. Yeah, this is very far reach out. And I was expecting some simple answer that, Prabhupada, like in a picture of disciple succession, and you can see that Prabhupada is falling into, there is a picture of disciple succession that I had on my slide. So Prabhupada is part of that. Prabhupada wrote so many books, very quickly spread the Krishna consciousness all over the globe. Common person cannot do that. Those are the things I think I talked before also. But okay, let's get to the next one.
Yeah, we'll redo this and then share, Prabhu. So second question, so how to make sure Prabhupada remains as the Acharya, right, of ISKCON, and so other thing. So these
So
are
are
the
you going to do that, or you are going to ask somebody else in your team to do it?
if Mataji, Prabhu,
Yeah,
you want to go over the points, Mataji?
um,
You, yeah.
so how, like, what will be like ISKCON in the future, or how we can ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru in the future? We have to give more emphasis on Srila Prabhupada's books, because that is like where we can connect to Srila Prabhupada. For that, we can have like regular reading sessions, like with group of devotees, conduct group readings and discussions on Srila Prabhupada's literature that he has like written. Then we can have, this is like an thought that we got, we can organize for Guru Puja every Sunday when all the devotees gather together for Sunday feast. We have to give more emphasis on Srila Prabhupada's lectures. Um, in Sunday feast or like any festivals, the more emphasis or the lecture should be from Srila Prabhupada's purports or lectures given directly. Another thing to preserve Srila Prabhupada's importance is to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books, and that is like where he gave the instruction to devotees as well to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. Next, reciting Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantras. And whenever there is Srila Prabhupada's appearance and disappearance days, those should be celebrated with more emphasis or like more festivities. Then inculcating the mood of Srila Prabhupada, because Srila Prabhupada wanted like everyone to chant the names of Krishna, and every devotee should have this mood of spreading Krishna consciousness, not for like his selfish motives, but as like a selfless service towards Krishna. Following Srila Prabhupada's instructions, because Srila Prabhupada always say that he's like there by he's still there with us through his like instructions. So if we follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions on like chanting, our daily day-to-day activities, the diet that we follow and everything, then we can still ensure that Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya. And reinforcement of Srila Prabhupada's instructions to children. This is like one of the suggestions that we can have parts of Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrita in Sunday school as like small stories, so that even children like have that connection with Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, no, I really like this one. You all did very good. Some of these good points here that you have. But the first exercise, I think I was expecting different answer, but it's okay. So, yeah, this or even on here, here their presentation too. It was, why Prabhupada is appeared to be authorized Acharya. First thing that he is connected with the disciplic succession. That makes him authorized, right? Because he's following the instruction of the spiritual master. That's second, there should be some evidence from a scripture. Third, Acharya is basically who is Acharya? The one who does what he preaches. Acharan and Acharya. Acharya, Acharte iti Acharya, the person who conducts what he says, what there is no duplicity. So he did not have anything. Many points were there. First group has few more points, a few points which I really liked, but he could have added few more points. That why what makes Prabhupada as uh, bona fide Acharya. His Acharya's speed of preaching is very quick, very quick. Shoop, like that. How come he can do things so quickly? Ordinary living entity cannot do that quickly. So the speed Prabhupada taught Krishna consciousness very quickly. He can convince anybody, right? You could see that he will have debate with people all over and all types of personalities, and he can convince them. Once Prabhupada was asked, why you are saying this word, Supreme Personality of Godhead? Prabhupada said that, Jesus Christ, he says that I am Son of God. Muhammad said, I'm prophet. Krishna is the only person who said that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everybody was, and then he showed the verse. So like that, Prabhupada, some of those things that he did was really unparalleled. Ordinary entity cannot do that. But yeah, you did very good. Please put more thoughts in your answer. And then, because that's whatever you are writing now, if we ask you the question, you'll just cut and paste. So your second part was good in both cases, but first part, I would like to say a little bit more thought process, more thinking. Let me see, I have a slide somewhere where I'm trying to.
So, Prabhuji, are you going to give us the time till tomorrow to redo this? Question 1. Are you going to give us time till tomorrow to redo this?
Yeah, no, so that's fine. I mean, you can send it, but for next class, I think it will be nice if you can come prepared with the next handout that we have in your student handbook. If you get time to read it, it will be easier for you to follow. Let me show you one very important example. So this is a presentation at some point I had given. So there are some distinctions and there are some differences between Acharya. This is the whole presentation is on what makes a follower bona fide Acharya. अपने आचार्य कहे ना करे प्रचार, प्रचार करे ना कहे ना करे आचार. There are so many people who says things for preaching, but personally they don't follow. There are people who says things but they don't preach. Na kare prachar, but kare achar. They are conducting themselves on a very high standard, but they have no interest with preaching. There are people who does advertise, preaching, but personal life they don't follow it. But achara prachara namera karah dui karya. But who is acharya? The acharyas are one who himself does what he is teaching. Keh kare achara, na kare prachar. Keh kare prachar, na kare achar. Jai dui achar prachar kare, sei hai achar. So who is acharya? Acharya is the one who is doing. So I just wanted to cite that verse. There are some other, Vayu Puran says, who is Acharya? The Acharya is the one who has studied and understood the meaning of a scripture, who then inculcates this meaning into the behavior of others while himself practicing what he preaches. That's coming from Vayu Puran. So these are some of the, but I know it's a little advanced, but I just wanted to, as a part of this course, teach and share. So Acharya accept charge of the disciple. Teaches, many of you say, teaches Vedic knowledge, books part I saw there, and give them diksha, second birth. And here is a difference of Acharya versus spiritual master. Okay. Acharyas are mostly Paramhansa devotee, top most class devotee. Okay. Such as Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Okay. They are acharyas, like they are like, acharyas are, so please remember this. They are top most Paramhansa, not ordinary people, not like a spiritual masters. Okay. They cannot, be called acharyas. Acharyas are the devotee who are Paramhansa devotee. Make a note of that. Okay. That first point. Second point, Acharya brings revolution. They'll bring revolution. Did Prabhupada bring revolution or not? There's so many temples, so many people, the Apple CEO and, Google this and, the everybody, came and ate prasadam and all of that. And these glories will keep on growing. So Acharya can do it. What Akela, what Srila Prabhupada did by himself, all of his disciples has not done it. They're just preserving it, So Acharya bring revolution. And Acharyas have very deep spirit. Prabhupada, have you seen the spirit that he carried? Like he was just walking on this planet, thinking that, nothing can do and it's fearless, just walking Krishna, Krishna, left, right, only Krishna, 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 Krishna. So you can see his spirit, pure devotee, walking like that, his pastime. You also listen to Prabhupada's class to develop faith. Mataji had that point. First class, Srila Prabhupada, spiritual master, every day little bit, and then Srila Prabhupada little bit, and then other, So very deep spirit. On the other hand, some of the spiritual master might not have that, and their speed is very high, plain speed. 11 years. Prabhupada did all of that. How long Mahaprabhu was on this planet? Although he is Lord himself, not very long. Not very long, 48 years, he wrapped his pastime, gone. So their acharyas, are great personality, their spirit is very high. And they start a movement or force against material energy. Acharyas, like that. They start a force. So Prabhupada has all of these, qualities, right? Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. And then in light of Bhagavatam, there is difference between Acharya and a professional teacher. So Acharya is like waterfall. So waterfall and rainfall. Rainfall falls everywhere. When rain is falling, it just pours and na kare bichar, whoever is in that area, everybody will receive the rain. But Acharya is not like that. I know that you all are learning this thing, but I just wanted to, give this, please, make a note or take a picture. Remember that. Acharya is like waterfall. Okay. So it's their duty. They want to talk, they will talk. They don't want to talk, they will not talk. Like waterfall, it falls at certain location in a season. So Acharya is like that. If they will say that, okay, this person, I should pour the mercy, they will just start pouring. No condition. And if they don't see qualification in you, then they would maybe, not shower the mercy. So Acharya is like waterfall, and professional preacher or teachers are like rainfall. They give rain to everybody. And Acharyas only talk that subject that benefits disciples to advance in God realization. They don't unnecessarily deviate too much. Krishna, 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 Krishna. So their focus is they know what is need for the living entity. So they will give what is needed. Okay, and not deviate too much left, too much right. They will not. Did you hear Prabhupada talking too much about Ras Leela? No, I'm not qualified to talk. But he talked a lot about sadhana bhakti. Because as a contaminated living entity, we have to understand the sadhana bhakti, not the Ras Leela. Ras Leela. This is this will just think it's just ordinary dealing. Okay, and they do whatever is good for the ultimate benefit, not the short-term benefit, not the uh, temporary benefit. They do what is Mataji was saying, Krishna Prema Pumartho Mahan. Let's set the living entity for their ultimate benefit. So these are some of the, these are some of the definition. ब्रह्मांड भरमितो ब्रह्मांड भूमिते हिले मनुष्य जन्म आर जन्म सार्थक करी कर परोपकार. So one of the thing also that Acharya has, that Brahmand Brahmitte Kona Bhagyavan Ji. One thing is very important that I would like to make the last statement for the class today. That your fortune, how fortunate you are, will decide what type of devotee you meet. Okay? If you are, or if you are extremely fortunate, then Krishna will put you in touch with his pure devotee, or you will be attracted by somebody's pure devotion. That sincerity is in you. It's in you. It's not in somebody else. What attracts you is in you. Okay. So in Bhagavatam, Kapil Dev is talking to Mother Devavati, and he is explaining that it's just a matter of fortune when somebody meets somebody, and the matter of extreme fortune when a person gets the association of a pure devotee. Then that means all the fortune is now going to be showered upon that person. So meeting with pure devotee and meeting with Acharya, it's all arrangement of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Coming in touch with pure teaching. There are so many, professional preacher and teacher out there. This is that, criticizing so many, stuff going on. But it's your fortune what attracts you. And Prabhupada is one of the Acharya who's preaching, who's teaching, whose conduct should attract us. If it's attracting us, then we are very, very fortunate, extremely, extremely fortunate. Okay. So these are some of the things I wanted to talk so that I can justify that word, Prabhupada Pad Asraya. Everything that we did today was just to justify that how we should have firm faith at the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhu. Thank you so much. Vanshkalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyayavasya patitanam pavaneve vaishnavyo namo namaha. So what time we are going to meet tomorrow? 5:30?
5 p.m. Prabhu.
5 p.m. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. So we'll meet tomorrow at 5 p.m. Hare Krishna. Please go through your handbook before class so that you are, at least there is some seed of thought process that has to awaken so that your mind, some of these are very generic, but I know in 10-15 minutes it would not come. Later it will come. So if you read it before, or at least flip the page, it will help you understand that what is coming ahead. But thank you, really appreciate your participation and enthusiastically doing all the coursework that is intended within the scope of this course.